Facebook and Instagram advertising isn't the easiest thing to get started with. From setting up accounts within Facebook and Business Manager and Ads Manager to structuring your ads, it can be a little overwhelming. The point of this video is to help you get everything set up so that you know what you need, how to set it up, how your ads will look, and you've got a head start to get your ads up and running in no time. Hi, I'm Lowell Brown from Going Social, and I've been running Facebook and Instagram ads for lots of small businesses for about 10 years now. I've seen all kinds of different issues that can come across when you're setting up your Instagram and Facebook ads, and we're going to cover everything right now to help you get all the things that you need set up and ready to go. So the first thing, let's talk about what you actually need to have within Facebook, the platform itself. Now I'm going to show you a quick screenshot of an account setup list. Now these are 7+ things that you need to have, and make sure also, I want to point out something that's really important. You need to make sure you have permission to access these things. Now, sometimes you might be setting up Facebook ads for a friend of yours, a client, part of someone within your company. You need to make sure that you have access in terms of admin controls of all of these different assets so that you can get the account and ads set up properly. Now, one thing I do want to make sure you understand is that you need to have a personal Facebook account. You need to have a first personal Facebook profile to run any sort of Facebook ads. Now, the next thing you're going to need access to is something called Meta Business Suite or Meta Business Manager. It's come into two different names. Why? Because they first introduced one, then they introduced a second platform. So some people have access to one or the other, or both. You can sometimes switch between them. It's all pretty much the same. It's just got a different look to it. Now, the point of this Meta Business Suite or Business Manager account is basically to help you get all of the things that you need set up and in one place. So, as an example, you can control the users that are within the ads account. You can set up the ads account itself. And I know this sounds a little bit overwhelming or confusing, but it's really simple once you've done it once and once you've got it set up. You don't have to worry about anything else again. The main components are that, however, that you need to have a Facebook business page. So again, you're going to need to have access to that business page. Any ad you run is linked to a Facebook business page, and that's why you need to have access to this and have it set up. You also need to have an Instagram account if you plan to run ads to Instagram. Secondly, a Meta advertising account, and that's a simple account or structure within Meta that will allow you to create these ads. Okay. The next thing you need obviously is a credit card. You're going to be taking payments of some sort from the ads within the platform. So Meta needs to be able to charge the advertising fees for any click or activity on your ads to something. So they won't run your ads until you have payment set up. And the last thing on that list is, of course, a list of any additional users who need to have access to your Facebook business page, your ads account, or any other asset. Anyone that you want to be able to control the ads, to control any of these assets, have those up and running and ready to go before you get started. Now, there's a couple additional things that you can have or should have ready to go. I'm not going to cover the setup of those within this video. However, things like the Meta Pixel. Now, the Pixel is a tracking code. So that's a code that you could put on your website, and that simply allows you to keep track of certain things such as activity within your ads, but also someone clicking on your ad and going to a separate web page as an example. You'll be able to track that and track users so that you can remarket to them and track different stats within your ads and performance metrics. Second thing is custom conversions. And again, those are little things that you can set up so that you can track additional metrics with the performance of your ads. For example, if you want to track sales, shopping things. So if you've got an e-commerce site and you want to track with your ad how many people saw the ad, went to your website, bought something from your website and record what they bought, the cost of the adds to cart, and if they completed a sale. Those are all custom conversions that can be set up within Meta. Another thing is audiences. So being able to set up different audience groups who you can target your ads to is something else that you can do within Facebook or Meta setup, and it will be helpful. But again, I'm not going to cover all of those fine details within this video. The point of this video is to simply help you get started so that you know what you need, you know how the ads work and how they're set up, how they look, and what you need to have collected ready to go to get your ads up and running. Another thing that you can have set up is to make sure that your website domain is approved within Meta Business Manager. And that's just, again, so they know that you own the website that you're driving traffic to, and Google Analytics if you want to do any other tracking. So let me just regroup and go over some of these details again for you. So first of all, personal Facebook account. We covered that. You want to make sure that Facebook wants to make sure you are a real person, that you're running ads, that these aren't spam or anything like that. So you need to have a Facebook business personal profile, okay? Not a business profile, a personal Facebook account. Secondly, you need to have access to what is called Meta Business Manager or Meta Business Suite. Now, this is, again, an overarching a group or account where basically you can bring in all these other things that I talked about. You can bring in your Facebook page and set who has permission to access it. You can bring in your Instagram account. You can attach pixels to the ads account, set up that ads account, set up audiences. So all of these things are controlled within what's called Meta Business Suite or Meta Business Manager. Again, you need to have a business page to be able to run ads on Facebook and or an Instagram account. Now, side note here, I have, for a client of mine, been able to run ads to Instagram without having a Facebook page set up. I had to run through a whole bunch of loopholes to get this to happen. Again, Meta wants you to have a business page, a Facebook business page in order to run ads, even if you don't intend to run the ads on Facebook, if you're just running them on Instagram. So at the time of this video, that ruling can change, but I was able to do it. Commonly though, they will give you pop-ups saying you need to have a Facebook page. So I just want to make that clear. The other thing is, again, you need to have an advertising account. And the advertising account is all very simple to set this up within Business Suite, but it basically attaches all of the details within your ads and within setting up your ads to this ads account. And that includes the payment details that you'll need to have set up. You can either attach a credit card or a PayPal account so that Meta can bill you for any activity to your ads. You will not be able to run any ads. You can set up your account, but you can't run any of your ads until there is payment information set up within your account. And again, within Business Suite, you can set up additional users who can access different things, whether it's your page, your Instagram account, your ads account, all of that kind of stuff. You can control different people and set different levels of access that they can have. So, for example, if you need to have somebody else approve these ads before they go live, that kind of thing, or just have additional users within your company or organization, you can attach different controls within Meta Business Suite or Meta Business Manager, whatever you have access to. So now that we've covered that, I want to describe how the ads system works and how campaigns within Meta work. So I'm going to pull up this diagram here. So there's 3 levels to any Meta campaign that you need to understand. There's the campaign level, there's the ad set level, and then there's the ads. So basically the campaign is the overarching group of all of this information. The campaign is more or less like, what's the goal? What's the purpose of you running these ads? And there are various different goals, which I'll cover in a second, but that's the main thing that controls a campaign. The next thing you will have is an ad set. Now think of an ad set as a group of ads, and those ads may be served to different audiences or may have a different purpose, but they live within this campaign. So I'll give you an example. Let's say I'm running a campaign for an e-commerce website, okay? And within that e-commerce website, so my main campaign would be sales. Okay, that's the goal, is or run traffic or have conversions. Either of those two things could be what the goal of the campaign is. Then within that, I'm going to have different ad sets. I could have one ad set going to an audience that's, let's say, in Canada, and I can have a different ad set that's going to an audience in the US. The reason, again, for having those different ad sets is so that I can compare things between these two groups. Within each ad set, I will have my ads. Now, depending on how you structure things, in the case of the example that I'm giving here with an e-commerce website, I'm going to say that, hey, I want to have the same ads going between all of these two ad sets. I'm going to have, let's say, 3 ads, the identical 3 ads within these 2 ad sets. So that way everything is consistent and I can compare ad set 1 to ad set 2. So again, if we look at this diagram, we've got the campaign at the top. The campaign then has a group of ad sets below it. And below that ad set, there are ads. And there could be any number of ads within the ad set. I hope we're all on the same page there. So that's basically the structure of how campaigns work within Meta. So now let's talk about goals for your ad campaign. When you're setting up a campaign, when you're in Ads Manager and you want to create a new campaign or create a new ad, the first thing that's going to pop up is a window that looks like this. And the first question they're going to ask you is, what's the objective? What's the purpose of running this campaign? What do you want to achieve? So as you could see, there are a number of different options here. Awareness is one type of campaign. Now that campaign is basically when you want to drive awareness to something. It could be a video, it could be a post that you've run. So the main goal here is not to drive traffic somewhere else, like a web page. It's not to get engagement on the post. It's basically to get your ad seen. And that's the goal of a awareness campaign. That's what Facebook's algorithm is going to be trying to help you accomplish, okay? The second thing is traffic. Now, a traffic ad is one of the more popular types of ads that you can run within Meta. Very similar to what you would do if you were running a Google ad campaign as an example. A traffic ad basically means whether you're running a video or images, the point of that is once someone takes an action on the ad, your intention is to drive them away from Facebook, away from Meta, away from Instagram to a website. And the purpose of that could be that you either have a landing page where you're going to get a lead. It could be where you're going to sell products or services, any number of things like that. So again, traffic campaign, think of it as driving traffic off of the platform to a website. The next type of ad campaign you can set up is called engagement. And the purpose of an engagement campaign is basically Facebook wants your ad to be seen, but then what they do is they're trying to show the ad to people that are more likely to engage with you, meaning they're more likely to like, comment, or share on that given ad or post or video. So in this type of an ad campaign, the goal is not to drive traffic off of website, even though you could include a link with those ads. It is not to build awareness. It is more to get activity on the ad and to keep it on platform on Meta. The next type of campaign is leads. With a lead type ad, the main purpose here is to collect leads. Now, don't get confused between this being leads off of Facebook, which is what a website or a traffic campaign would be. When they're referring to leads here, basically what Meta wants to do is collect those leads within the platform, meaning that someone's not going to a website, but you're going to be able to create a form where you can collect different information, and that information will be stored within Meta's platform. Now, when I say a lead form, what do I mean? Well, within your ad, you could have it open up to a new window, and you can customize this form to show and collect certain information in different fields. And that could be things like your name, a person's phone number, a phone number, email address, that kind of thing. And you can collect all kinds of information. You can customize these forms. But that way, Facebook knows, okay, we've shown this ad to a set group of people. Those people saw the ad, they clicked on the ad, and then you can collect this information right within the platform while people are looking at your ad. You're not transferring them off to a website and relying on trying to get people to fill out a form on a website. Now, I have tested both lead form ads for clients as well as driving to a website with a landing page. And it really does depend on how your website looks and the type of business. So my recommendation is I always recommend people test different kinds of things. So I would recommend, based on who your audience is and based on the type of business, try both. Try both a traffic ad going to a web page where you have a lead form where you're collecting information off the website in a form versus a lead type ad within Facebook where someone can see that ad, fill out a form, and collect the information while they're looking at the ad. So again, that's leads. The next two I don't do a ton with. So one is app promotion. So if you have an app, say it's an application, a game, that kind of thing, basically you can promote your app, your game, that kind of thing within an ad. And that's what this type of ad is for. The next is sales. That sales type ad, as mentioned before, can be with the goal of getting some type of conversion. And again, this comes back to, well, what type of conversions is it? You have to set those up first so that Facebook or Meta can try to promote those for you and try to urge people to get to that. So let's say you're doing sales for an e-commerce website. You can set up this campaign with the goal not to be driving traffic to the website, but in order to convert someone looking at the ad, going to your website, adding products from an e-commerce store, putting them in their cart, and checking out. So the conversion on this would be a checkout. You could do the same thing with a lead form where let's say you're going to give someone a free PDF off your website. And the goal is that you want to collect email addresses so that you can build a mailing list. Well, you could use a sales or a lead gen type ad here, where the point is to convert people from your ad going to a web page where you're collecting an email address to then give them something in return and measure the performance of that ad in terms of converting someone from the ad to collecting an email address. A word of caution about these sales or conversion style ads. In order for Facebook's algorithm to run successfully, it wants to have 25 conversions within a week, within a 7-day window. So just know that if you're running any sort of campaign like this and you're not getting to that threshold of 25 conversions, it would be better to try a different style of ad, whether it's lead form or traffic. So if you're just starting out, if you don't have a very big budget, if you've got a very high priced item and you're only looking for a certain amount of leads or conversions, I would try a different type of ad campaign. Again, go with traffic, go with leads. If you don't think that you can get that many conversions or sales within that given time period. Now, the next thing I want to cover is how do the ads look themselves, right? So we've talked about getting your campaign set up. We've talked about how the ads or the campaigns are structured, where there's the 3 levels of a campaign. We've talked about the different ads you can create, but how do the ads actually look within Facebook? I'm going to show you a couple examples here. So here we've got on the far left here is a type of ad for a real estate agent where this is a carousel style ad. And in this example, you can see that the ad shows who the company is at the top. You've got a bit of a description right below that where you can put some text with your ad. Below that are some images. In this example, as it's a real estate agent, this ad, the purpose of this ad was to show different properties that this real estate agent had available and was promoting. So he had a number of different real estate ads, and this is called a carousel style ad, where you're, instead of using one image, you're using a few images and showing them in a way that a user can scroll across to see all the different pictures in this given ad. And below that, you can see there's a little call to action, and you can also click on the ad to be taken to a website, as an example. In the middle here is an ad example of what could be a Facebook or Meta story ad or an Instagram story ad. And these are longer ads. As you can see in this style of ad, the creative, you don't have as much space for text. This was actually a video that was showing different candies that were available for sale, and it went through a couple different slides or rotations where you could see different products that were available, and the point was basically to get someone's attention, and they could swipe up so that they could go to the website and then look at and hopefully purchase the different candy. The ad on the right is a video ad. So again, this looks very similar to that ad on the left, where you've got a company name at the top. It shows that it is an ad. You've got a description at the top. And in this case, the call to action is below the ad, where you can see the title, which says running out of hot water quickly, and then get offer. And this ad, instead of having an image, there's a video where the video will play and someone can see more information rather than just one static image. The video is actually going to go through and show information. In this case, we had text that was floating in and out. It was promoting the sales price or discounted special price offer, and it was explaining some features about this product in order to capture someone's attention with a video instead of a static image. So there's lots of different ads that you can create within Facebook and Instagram, show these ads in different ways. And again, this is one of those things that I recommend testing when you're setting up ads. Don't always go with one image in an ad and one ad. And that's why if we look back at the structure of an ad campaign, where when you're at that ad set level, and you can have multiple ads within an ad set, the reason why we commonly do that is to show different style of ads, because let Facebook show the ads and let it figure out what's going to convert better, what's going to perform better in terms of whatever your campaign goal is. So to give an example, I've run ad campaigns where I will show, let's say that we use that water heater example that we see here below. I've run campaigns for this company where we'll use different images of a water heater with different color or different text. And that way I'm testing different options in terms of the ad so that I can show the ad. It randomly, the platform will show these ads, and then it'll start to collect data about how it's performing. And if it's, let's say I have 3 ads, one that's red, one that's blue, one that's yellow, and it'll randomly show these ads to the audience that I'm targeting. And if it sees that the red ad is the one that always gets clicked on, well, Facebook's system is going to then show that ad more often because it knows it's performing well. It's accomplishing the goal more often. So when you're creating ads, you do want to test different types of ads, different style of ads with different creative. Try different goals. Try different, like we said, I will try some conversion ads. I'll try some traffic ads. I might try ads to different audiences, and I'll try a video ad. I'll try image ads. I'll try carousel ads, because we don't know what's going to work until we try them. So oftentimes when I'm creating these ad campaigns, I will create different types of ads, show them to different audiences at different times just to see what performs well. So let me break down a standard ad and show you the pieces of information that you need to have when you're creating a campaign. So you want to have these different details organized before you get in to create this campaign or these ads within Meta Ads Manager. And those basic things that you need to have are the following. You need to have primary text. Now, the primary text, depending on the ad, will show above the ad, below your name. It'll show above the image or the creative. And that primary text, it shouldn't be too long. I mean, we do test some long form ads and some short form ads, meaning that in some cases, I will show ads where I've got only a little bit of text, and I'll do some ads where I've got a lot of text. Again, these are things you want to test. But the main thing to remember is have this ready before you're getting in to create the ads. Typically what I do is I start with a Google Doc and I'll organize all of these informations, having a headline, having a call to action, having primary text, and I'll have these mapped out so that when I go to create my campaigns, I have all of that stuff ready to go. I don't have to start and stop. I can whip through creating all my ads and have everything ready. So the primary text is the information that's basically just to explain more about what is your ad for, okay? The media can be, again, a series of images. It can be one image. It can be a video. So that's the creative, and you want to have that prepared and ready to go before you set up these ad campaigns. Again, my recommendation is 3 to 5 different ads, meaning you might want to have 3 to 5 different variations of all of these details. You might want to try an ad campaign with either three to 5 different versions of primary text, or 3 to 5 different versions of media, meaning 3 to 5 different images to test with the same primary text or the same headline. Headlines, again, these are short. You've got 25 characters that you can use as a headline. That's recommended. Sometimes you can get away with a little longer, but they recommend keeping it as short as you can. And in this case, this ad was for a farming, targeted to a farming community. This is an ad where they are promoting that they have dry dairy bedding. So in some cases, we've had dry dairy bedding. We've had bedding. We've had bedding for dairy farms. We'll try different headlines to capture the attention of the audience that you are targeting your ad to. Also, the call to action, which is to the right of the headline. Now, Facebook gives you a few different options in terms of what can you use as a call to action. And in some cases, these are things like learn more. It could be shop now. It could be get offer. So these are preset calls to action that are within the Meta platform that you can choose when you're creating an ad campaign. There's also other variations such as send message. So you could have ads that are created, and the point of the ad, this is an engagement style ad. You can have ads where you're trying to get people to start a conversation with you. And in that case, a call to action like send message would be good. If you're trying to get somebody to go to a website off of Facebook, learn more, shop now, things like that are good calls to action. So again, these are things that you want to test within your ad campaign when you're setting it up, and have those ready so that you can save time and frustration when you're getting into setting up your ad campaigns. So again, my recommendation is to have 3 to 5 different variations for any ads that you plan to have within your ad campaign. And that basically will just set you up ahead of time. It'll save you some time, and it'll have things planned out so that when you go in to create your campaign, you can test a few different options for ad copy, for headline, for calls to action, for different creative. Having those all ready to go will help you organize your campaigns better and help you plan for different campaigns to different audience groups to save you time when you're setting everything up. So again, as a recap to this video, we covered the 7+ things that you need to have ready to go when you're setting up your ad campaign. We covered how you're going to need those different 7 things so that you can get in to create an ad. If you don't have those ready, you won't be able to create ads within the Meta platform. And then I also explained the structure of ad campaigns. So having a campaign, then ad set, and then the ads. And then we also covered the structure of an ad, the different types of ads that you can run so that you know what materials or what information you need to have so that when you're in Meta, when you're creating your campaign, you have everything ready to go and you can set up multiple ads for your campaigns and get things rolling and ready to go. I hope this video was helpful for you to save you time and help you get things organized before you go in to set up your ad campaigns for Facebook or Instagram within the Meta platform. I have lots of additional videos that I'm going to link below in the comments. I'm also going to post some right up here so you can see that in the corner here. There's a little drop down. Oops, hit my mic. I'm also going to post some links up here so that you can see more videos that I've created about getting campaigns set up within Facebook ads, solving some problems that you may have with getting accounts disapproved, that kind of thing. So look in the links below in the comments. Again, please like and subscribe to this channel to help me help these videos reach more people. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks very much. I'm Lowell Brown from Going Social, and I hope you have effective ad campaigns within Facebook and Instagram on the Meta platform. Bye-bye.